Dynamic entry. What's up there, gamers? That's right, I called you gamers. You know why? Because this video is going to be all about gaming. That's right, we're going to talk about the 10 most amazing things you can consume in games. You get your rations. You get your super potions for Pokemon. Also, you get your edibles. You know what I'm saying? You get your edibles. You get drugs, okay? We're talking about drugs, all right? This is what this whole video is going to be about, all right? I didn't want to just like go and say it, but it's about drugs, okay? So this is going to be our dream/nightmare blunt rotations. And this is a shout out to Honey Tokens. She gave us the idea. She also designed our logo. She's real cool. So this is going to be our list. So we're going to give you 3 each, me and Chris, our dream and nightmare blunt rotations of game characters. We've already done anime, so if you haven't seen it, you can go check it out. It's on our channel. So this is going to be the gaming version of those rotations. Okay, so number 1 for me is going to be someone who is cultured. You know, when you're in a rotation, you want kind of someone to just carry it. Sometimes you want to just have them speak while you're just like, oh, really? So that person for me would be Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. Because he's going to have the best stories. Not to mention he's traveled to all these countries, and you know he's tried like the best shit possible. He's been to fucking Shambhala. He's been to Shangri-La, all that shit. So he's tried the best stuff, and he has the best stories. So I feel like Nate would just be like, not me, the other one. He would just be like the perfect person to just go back and forth with, just vibe out. He would tell you a couple stories here and there, and maybe at the end of it, he'd be like, hey, here's 2 doubloons for smoking me out. I appreciate it. And then you're like, thanks, Nathan Drake. You're great. Cling, and that's it.
I still want that gas. Yes, and you better deliver. Like I'm fucking Kingpin in here. This is my favorite topic. Thank you, Honey Tokens. This shit's dope. So anyway, number 1 for me would have to be somebody that we don't really need in beautiful State 48 because we have legalized it. But the first person I'd smoke with in the dream rotation video game mode would be, well, Smoke. You know what I mean? Because like, think about it like this, all right? Just get in my mind space for a second. Let's say you're not in one of those nice states that lets you recreationalize, you know what I mean? Like have fun. But you want to spark up somewhere and you're worried about getting seen or you're worried about getting noticed. You can't find my Smoke when there's only Smoke, baby. Smoke can cover us. Man, we ain't got to worry about it. We're blowing smoke from the blunts. He can control it, bend it, and move it elsewhere. I ain't got to worry about getting caught. I ain't got to worry about smelling like bud. He takes care of everything. All I got to do is, you know, smoke him out a little bit. Because it's Smoke. If you smoke, can you smoke? If you smoke while Smoke teleports, do you Ooh. Let's cap it off there before I freak out.
All right, so number 2 for me is going to be someone, okay, I've always had a soft spot for these types of characters. Can you guess what it is? It's always the player 2 ass dudes. That's right. Anyone who's player 2. You got Cuphead? No, I like Mugman. You got Mega Man? No, I like Zero. This next person, you already guessed it by now? It's Luigi. The L-Man himself. Luigi would be the best person to smoke with because, you know, me having a soft spot for the second player people, but also no one's ever gotten his story. You know, you had Luigi's Mansion, but Mario shows up at one point, kind of shows you up a little bit. Let's look past that. Let's talk about Luigi's feelings. Let's figure out what makes him tick. I feel like he might have some insight on things that you don't even realize. And again, he's been to places that you can't even imagine. People are shaped and actually are fucking mushrooms, okay? He's probably tried them and he can tell you all about them and which ones you can do. You know, Goombas, you can smoke these shits. You didn't know that, did you? Yeah, he's got the best shit. Luigi would have the best stories because no one's ever gotten them from him. So you want him there. Not to mention, if you wanted him to, he could just chill there and just hang out with you while you're smoking. He's not...
Hey, yo, L, pass that L.
L, pass that L. Look, come on. Luigi, I need you, bro. Come on.
Is this a cheater answer? Yes. But I don't give a fuck. My number 2 pick is every single rapper to ever appear in a video game. Am I talking about True Crimes Red Mode? Or am I talking about, oh god, what's the fighting game called? Def Jam. Def Jam. Fight for New York or Vendetta? Maybe I want to hang out with Sean Paul and Snoop Dogg tonight, all right? Or maybe I want to kick it with Method Man and Redman because they're chilling on the couch. Who knows? But it's good company all around. Some of the greatest rappers in the game. And also, you know they got the best shit. Especially Snoop Dogg. Like, come on. Are you kidding me? If I had a chance to sit down and smoke with Snoop Dogg, I know I'd probably die in real life, but Uncle Snoop, I'm down. I'm here in Phoenix if you want to kick it. Please. Please.
All right, number 3 on my list. It's really obscure, but if you know, you know. You're going to know when I show you right now. But it's tricky to rock around. That's right on time. It's right on time. It's tricky. It's gonna be my main man, Eddie Wachowski from SSX Tricky. If you know I'm talking about, the picture's up there right now, but for those who didn't see the picture, he's the guy with the big afro. He's basically Carrot Top with the afro. Now, why did I pick him? Because he looks like a fucking hippie. Not to mention, he surfs. No, he doesn't surf. He snowboards. I'm dumb. He snowboards. And snowboarders, if I know anything from watching Johnny Tsunami, they're really chill. You just want to hang out with them. They're just skateboarders on ice. That's all it is. There's no difference. So, skateboarders, the most chill people in the world. Skaters, my bad. I don't want to call them skateboarders. What the fuck? I'm like 40 years old? Not yet. Skaters are the most chill people in the world. So snowboarders are a close second. And Eddie Wachowski has a fucking fantastic fro. And he's a close 3 in my heart for my blunt rotation. I don't really know much about him. I'm just going based off character design. I think the whole cast of SSX Tricky would be kind of cool to smoke with. But no, Eddie specifically because he sticks out the most to me. Amazing fro. Snowboards. Amazing fashion sense. He's a cool guy.
My number 3 doesn't make any fucking sense, but it's Panda from Tekken. I have to understand. I have to know. Who taught you? How did you learn Wing Chun? Or a panda? How do you have magical gauntlets that allow you to beat demons, cyborgs, space gods, Aztec gods, to the ground? How are you one of the best Tekken fighters of all time? Probably because he's chill as fuck, because he's a panda and he stays eating that green all the time. Which is my theory, but otherwise, I mean, who else could be like, oh, like, what'd you do? Oh, I was kicking it with a panda. We were smoking. That shit's dope.
Number 1 on my nightmare rotation of the blunt. It's gonna be the man who's not a man at all. He's a robot. Can you guess what robot I'm talking about? You're probably thinking, hey, the guy from Detroit Become Human? No. Hey, the robot from Tekken who's friends with Panda? No. Number 3 on my list is going to be Claptrap from Borderlands. That's right. You know why I'd be a nightmare? I know some people are like, hey, he's like the funniest character. And I agree, he's got some funny parts. But overall, that personality type, after like maybe 2 minutes, I would just be like, okay, can you shut up, just please, just a little bit. So that is why he would be a nightmare. Because you're just trying to hang out, vibe to music, pass the blunt around, and he's over here just like, I'm standing on my fucking head and I'm rolling me and wub wub, you know, more wub wub. And you're like, just shut up. How about that? Do that more. And it would just be a whole mess. I don't want that much noise around me. Okay? So that's the main reason why he's on here. So number 1 on my list is Claptrap from Borderlands.
I wouldn't want to smoke with any of these 3 video game bosses. All 3 of them are bosses for my personal list. But number 1, even though I would consider him the homie, I'm a big fan of his work. I like what he does. All right, I like his ideas as far as military. Okay, is Bowser, King Koopa himself. You know why? My man's depressing the bros, man. Like, he's gonna be talking about Peach all the time and how that relationship never works because it's estranged and unrequited. And then I gotta be like, bro, that's a restraining order. Like, you can't just keep going in that place like that. Like, it's just, I'm never gonna have a good time. I'm smoking so I can relax, unwind, undo all the damage my day has done, and then he's just gonna be in here being fucking sad and depressing. We're gonna be playing Marvin's Room in the corner while he's thinking about the next way he's gonna kidnap Peach. I'm just over it. No thanks.
All right, number 2 on my list. It's not for like any personality traits why this person or thing wouldn't want to be in my, my rotation. Why they're on my nightmare squad, if you will. It's because they're just gross, okay? And I don't want to pass it around with someone who's gross all the time. Every time I get it, it's just like dirty and shit. It's gonna be Garbodor, okay? He's from Pokemon. If you don't know who he is, he's a pile of garbage. He's just literally just garbage. And that would just be a nightmare for anybody involved. It's gonna be like smells, and it's gonna be all gross and greasy, and it's disgusting. He can't even talk. He's just gonna say his name the whole time. And I don't want that. I want someone who's gonna have some conversation with me, maybe a little bit. Even if I don't want to have it, I want, the ability, I want that to be there. Like, I can talk to you if I want to, but I can't with Garbodor. He's just gonna be garbage. And it's disgusting. So that's why he's in my nightmare rotation, okay? Because he's just gross. We don't want any grossies allowed in our group, okay? He's one of them.
My number 2 is really fast. You ready for this? Conker's Bad Fur Day. The Mighty Pooh. No. Never. Absolutely fucking not. No.
All right, so my number 3rd, that's right, my number 3rd nightmare rotation would be, it's kind of a weird answer, okay? Because this is kind of like, the person I'm picking is going to be only at a certain point in their lives, okay? They get better over time. But before I know that about this person, I want this person to be in the nightmare rotation, okay? So it's going to be Abby from from The Last of Us 2. Before knowing her backstory, okay? Because we all fucking hate her, okay? Before we see all this shit, even after people see it, they still hate her because of what she did. Spoilers, I'm not gonna say it, but they're there. She does some fucked up shit. So, before we figure out all this stuff and we go back and see her backstory and why that's kind of sad, and you're like, you know what, maybe I was not a bad girl. Before we see all that, I want to pick her to be in this nightmare rotation because she's just a mean lady. She's buff. She can kick my ass anytime she wants, so I can't even give her any lip if I wanted to. She would just be like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, okay, you can have it here. She would just fuck me up. And she's just a terrible person. But then we know why she's a terrible person. So that's why I'm like, no, just the first part of Abby. I don't want her in this rotation, okay? Second Abby comes back. She can be part of the dream rotation. No, not dream, but just a regular rotation, I guess. She can just come and chill whatever she wants. But prior, backstory, Abby, nightmare rotation, number 3 on my list. Number 3rd on my list, sorry. That's who it is.
Now, in all of gaming, we Dark Souls fans know the one true bastard. The one person you would never want to have in the rotation. And not even just Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, I could go on. It's Patches the Hyena, the bald bastard himself. You first meet him and you're like, oh shit, Patches, what's up, man? It's a dark cave, you gotta be safe. And he's like, hey, there's some treasure down here if you'd like to get any of that. And he fucking kicks you in the hole with a bunch of zombies and you almost die. And then you come back up and he's like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's all an accident. We're cool, right? And you say yes because you need the items from him. But he's a piece of shit because he doesn't just betray you in Dark Souls. He betrays you in Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. 2 of those aren't the same universe. He's still a bitch, no matter what universe he's in. So, I digress. My least favorite character from my favorite franchise is the one person I'd never share the blunt with. Because he'd probably call the cops on me after proving that I had the blunt. So, fuck that. And that, for Dreams and Nightmares, is our video game rotation. As we talked about at the beginning of the video, if you want to see the anime version of the list, we also have that too here on the channel. If you're interested in any of the podcasting, that can all be found on wherever you listen to podcasts. Is it Apple Podcasts? Is it Spotify? Maybe even Podbean. You can find us at Dynamic Entry, same on Instagram, same on TikTok. And we hope you enjoyed the video that we put up here for you today. Leave some comments, give us some ideas. More than happy to take a look and give you our thoughts on stuff like this. Appreciate you, honey tokens. Fun set.